Hello everybody, welcome back for some StarCraft 2 action. We are here with a Bly. Yes, it's Bly. We're in the group stage of the ESL 2024 online regionals. And he's going up against AqueroN, up-and-coming Terran player that has been up-and-coming for a couple of years now. Definitely impressing so far. And of course, we are going to be doing a bunch of Bly games now that finally we have replays again that we can cast. Sorry for the drought on this channel recently. AqueroN going for low ground barracks like that. Can make a pretty fast factory. Even a second barracks is also nice. We might actually see that for the 2 barracks Reaper, and you just don't know what's behind it as a Zerg. Oh, AqueroN actually looking for perhaps a cheeky proxy hatch. That would never happen, or would it? But yeah, this is the opportune moment, by the way, to put in the comments if you want to see any of the matches that just happened in the regionals, be it Europe, NA, America, or Korea, Asia qualifier, or Asia region. Let me know if you want any of those games cast, or if any of those games were effing good. Especially if it's like lesser known players, or could also be because it was cast by a duo you don't like, or you think that I would enjoy that particular series. Please do let me know down below. Otherwise, I'm just gonna pick stuff that seems good to me, or that other people suggest to me in my Discord, for example. And we're just going to be casting those games. We have about a month until the spring championship hits. So all these regionals were basically qualifiers for that tournament that will happen. I think the end of May until the 2nd of June. AqueroN throws down the CC. Only 1 gas. So we might actually see... Never mind. Could have seen his 3rd CC before 2nd gas, but definitely not going to be doing that. Doesn't want to delay his factory. Oh, Bly. Got a short little surround there on the Reaper, but the Reaper does survive. The 1 link does go down. And now the Queen does spawn. We have speed underway. 3 dudes still on gas. Bly, that is suspicious. Is this a Roach Warren? Is this a fast lair? We see double Queen after Queen. So 4 Queen opener off of 2 base. We see more Reapers joining the fray. But only 3 in total. Lings are ready for a surround. Oh! Nice job by Bly here. Not overmaking Lings either. Just 7 Lings holding off 3 Reapers. That's very nice. Speed about to finish. So AqueroN has to leave. Bly getting his Roach Warren. We will be seeing speed finish up, and 4 queens total now. Or no, actually, the main queen was cancelled, so only 3 queens on the map. And on the other side of the map, we do see 3rd CC underway. The factory has been completed as well. We'll be seeing some Hellions. No starport as of yet. So let's see what AqueroN decides to do. Does he go for engineering base first, stim upgrade first? Ooh, double Cyclone, actually. And this Roach Warren about to finish up. And AqueroN
Command center upgrade
has not seen a 3rd base, but also not really scouting for one. Lings hit the reactor for 1 second and then left. Still no starport here. So there won't be any Banshees or whatever to stop this Roach assault that is going to be coming out by Bly. 30 workers right now. Still no 3rd base creep. Going to be spreading forward. The Roaches are out. And the Lings, oh my god, they actually get into the main base here. Because the liftoff that just happened. The swapperoo on those add-ons not working out well for AqueroN. Oh my god, Bly gets 3 SCVs in the main. Might have wanted to run around with these Lings a little bit more, because these Roaches are not yet across the map. Imagine if all these Lings were still alive running around. Then maybe he could actually do some damage in the front. Now all of the units can move towards the front without any problems, but the Ravager Ling all-in is coming in here from Bly. A couple more Ravagers if he wants to. The Reapers are out. The depot is down. The Lynx do go in. The Roaches come in as well, so the depot can't raise itself. And now the Roach Ravager is in the base, but was it a bait? Did Bly get baited in? This is a lot of units by AqueroN. Nice surface area for his units as well. The Hellions and the SCVs coming off the line, making sure that the units can't actually squeeze through. And the Hellions seem to do a lot of splash damage there. 10 SCVs did die. And now Bly actually taking a third base, getting a lair, getting 2 additional gases, so perhaps going into Spire play. We see Bly going into Roaches and Spire units, Mutus, quite a bit. That kind of feels like his ZVT style, which I can't replicate it personally. It makes me scared when I see people do that. Third barracks being added on, so AqueroN holding that off with only 2 barracks and a factory consistently producing. It's a pretty nice hold. Maybe a little bit overzealous of a commitment by Bly, but whoa. We see a Dropper Lord starting up. We see an Infestation Pit. And we see Roach Speed coming up. So what is this Infestation Pit for? I would wager just Infestors. Good old Infestors. The rocks were killed by Bly, so he can do an 8-link drop here into the main base of AqueroN. And you hope that this hits the moment that AqueroN moves out, actually. Third base is still in the main for AqueroN. Now we do see some units moving out. Ravagers do get a hit here. Wow, they're blocking off that army, delaying it a little bit. Now the drop does come in. They get on top of the Hellion. And 2 more barracks have been started. The Lynx trying to get some damage done here, but the army is moving on top of the creep. And the Infestors are about to hit. If the Infestors were here and the Fungal would land, that would be some major damage. 7 SCVs do die, but the third base immediately gets targeted down here by AqueroN. He's like, you're doing all this fancy shit. You just have a small army. Fungal does land on a lot of Marines and the Cyclones here. Secondary Fungal whiffs a little bit. Units are inside the medevac. No third base for Bly, just rebuilding one at the 4th base location. And AqueroN, though, still on 43 SCVs because... what's the unit killed? There we go. 20 SCVs have been killed this game. Roach movement speed, or Roach burrow move. That's the name we have for it. And this drop is not seen, but will get spotted the moment it moves out by Bly. We're going to do a Roach drop here. 4 Roaches into the main with Roach burrow and burrow. And double drop in the main. 3 Infestors are about to spawn. We've seen double Evo Chamber coming out here for Bly. Bly still up in workers. Spawning pool is under siege. And this Roach drop is coming in. The Cyclones do not take kindly to that, though. But the Roaches are out. The Roaches kill the Cyclones, and the Roaches are in. Ready to do more damage to this mineral line. The burrow upgrade actually isn't done yet. Kind of... annoying here for Bly. The Overlord does get taken down by the Marines as well. And we have burrow in 3 seconds. 2 seconds. No! The Roach doesn't run. This drop was warded away by Bly. And now that his bases are back up, especially this third base, he can actually use the worker count advantage that he does have. 1-1 is finishing up for AqueroN, and he does have a worker or a army supply lead versus Roaches. Haha. Everybody knows about the Roaches and their supply cost. So if AqueroN was to move out here, he does have Stim. He has 1-1. I feel like every second that he waits is giving Bly a lot here. Bly moving on out onto the creep. He does have 5 Infestors with Fungal. So perhaps AqueroN wants to wait for a high enough siege tank count that it can actually just leapfrog through. And Bly with this creep spread actually looking pretty good. Look at that. Look at the creep spread on the map right now. We see a bunch of Roaches burrowed here, some of them not. And we do see the drop. Let's see if Bly notices. All of the roaches burrowed here. AqueroN's army tried to go look for those roaches and kill them. Oh, the turret has been built. And the roaches can get an okay trade here, I suppose. You see some nice hop pickup micro there from AqueroN. And these roaches will bite to dust. And actually, wow. Oh, it does spend one scan for it. Nice. Nice burrow by Bly there. And here we see the Spire. It has been told. The premonition. We know that a Spire will come. It might actually be for Broodlords this time around, because we see a Hive coming in. But a Hive brings a Zerg player a lot. We get Vipers, we get Cracklings. We could even get some Ultralisks. And Ultralisks with Fungal is pretty good. We see the drop in the 4th base here from AqueroN. The roaches run on in, but 5 drones are already dead. 1 Infestor already present at the natural as well. Queen's ready. Greater Spire underway. 5th base might also be in peril. AqueroN does have another double drop. And Bly going for the double expo, which I do like. But he's going to lose one of them. And another big roach burrow run by has been queued up. AqueroN sitting pretty solidly here on to 3 base. It's pretty high supply. So if he moves out with everything, actually also adding on ghosts here. 19 more drones being added by Bly here. Oh my. So if he doesn't die in the next couple minutes, Bly's going to be sitting pretty. Wow, Corruptors come out. Make sure that this drop doesn't do anything. Nice Fungal. And the Corruptors will take down that fully filled up medevac. And here come more Burrow Roaches. There's still a turret there. Does AqueroN see them? No, he does not. Oh my god, no way. No way. AqueroN moves out with basically everything, and that's when these roaches strike. They run on in, click down the turret. Try to click down some of the bio, whilst the rest of this army is moving out. Oh, nice raise by AqueroN. Bly could have had a couple roaches in the main at least, but that's a tough decision. Do you unburrow everything and try to snipe as many units into the front as possible, including that turret? Or do you split them up and send them to all bases? Immediate damage or guaranteed damage, I am not sure. Drop at the top, taking down Bly's base. Bly back to 4. He's making some Broodlords though. 3 underway, 2 already completed, so that's going to be 5 Broods. And how many ghosts do we have on the map? 3 ghosts only. Nice Fungals going down. And the Broodlords are here just shutting down this push completely. Bly with the timing. What a nice timing for the Broodlords to hit. We have some roaches here in the back. Could maybe body block this army. Nope. Bly not chasing with the rest of his army. I feel like we're zoomed in, but... at the top, AqueroN's units did die, so there's just 2 empty medevacs now. Burrow Roaches on the potential 4th bases, blocking them out. And now AqueroN revealing where he wants to expand. Bly can perhaps make a move to counter that. Do see Viking production has started up by AqueroN to start and counter these Broodlords. And on the backside of Bly, he's making an Ultralisk cavern, getting Ultralisk armor as well, with the +3 armor as well. So the Ultralisks that will be popping out for Bly here are going to be very high armor. And 3-3 is not underway for the Terran player. So those Ultralisks are going to be tough to kill for AqueroN. Because, like, Vikings don't do anything. Ghosts, of course, do something. The tanks help. But your Marine Marauders just significantly worse against it. How many Broodlords do we have? We have 8 Broods, 2 more underway. So, Bly going to be battering ramming into the base of AqueroN. But first, a drop distracts him. Half his army goes over here, try and defend the 5th base. Does not work. Double drop comes out to deny the 6th and the 7th. Bly can't really get off these 4 bases, making 4 spores in the front as well. does want to make sure that he has detection for the ghosts. And I guess it also helps against Liberators and overextending Vikings. Look at that. How many siege tanks on deck? 11 siege tanks. So that's a pretty deep siege line here for AqueroN. Double drop hits one of the other bases of Bly. So his fifth base, oh my god, the drones are not happy to see all of this Marine Marauder. F2! No way, F2! This is 100% F2, right? What happened? Or not. I think it's actually... Okay, I'm just confused. Big surround here by Bly. The medevacs weren't in position to actually pick up all of that army. And now AqueroN just lost 2 medevacs full of units. 11 more drones on their way for Bly, and he's actually in a pretty nice position now, taking bases left, right, and center. Although there's not really center bases on this map. But... I mean, we've seen Spirit do it on Alcyone as well, where you just sit back on 4 bases, take this gold base, take this bottom base eventually. You might eventually get that one. Just sit back, get your ghosts, get your liberators. Wow, we see Thors coming out here for AqueroN. I do like Thors versus Broodlords. They are brutal. And here come the Broods. How many Broods? 9 Broodlords. Versus 9 Vikings as well. Oh. What? That's the... What's the cloud called? I don't know what the Infestor cloud is called. It's eluding me right now. But it lowers damage taken to any of the units below it. From air units or all units? I think air units only. Oh, big EMP goes down onto the Infestors. Only 1 Infestor left with any energy, I think. And actually, we see a brawl here. Lots of units from AqueroN stuck in the back there. But the Broodlords are shredding these the Thors are shredding the Broodlords. And I feel like Bly's just taking a super inefficient trade here. Look at this army. It's so many ghosts. 16 ghosts just completely evaporating the army of Bly. He's remaxing on 11 Ultralisks, okay? That's not like 4 casual Ultralisks. It's 11 Ultralisks. Spore Crawlers are being kept alive here. And AqueroN still sitting pretty on 4 bases. His natural is kind of mining out. His main is done. His 3rd base is also kind of hurting. So if this force gets cleaned up, I don't think he can keep this up, but Bly, oh my god. The Ultralisks are just move commanding into the army. No! Dude, your rally. Fix the rally. Oh, that was a very expensive. Broodlord does go down. Overseers are being created, and AqueroN just steps on top of the center. And he's like, what can you do? I'm in between your rallies, and now the last-ditch effort from Bly here moves on in. AqueroN completely maxed against the 140 army supply of Bly. But it is Ultralisks. They have a lot of armor. And we see the snipes go down. There is still detection for it, and cracklings coming out as well. Somehow Bly takes that down. I don't know how. This one ghost might just kill himself by revealing himself here. Oh, he walks away. Ghost, he's alive. And somehow this match continues. Both players have money. Bly needs gas, but not fully mining that gas just yet. Bottom base has been up and running as well. This bottom base for AqueroN is muling it like crazy. Going to be Maynarding all of his workers there. The only fresh base that he has. Look at this 4th base already down to 12 on the worker count. Meaning that I think 2 patches have expired. Bly also taking the top base with the rich geysers. What is Bly thinking here to remax? He has money. If he has larvae, he can at least make a bunch of cracklings now to, like, put pressure whilst he decides what he wants to get for gas units, getting more Ultralisk Ling. How many factories does AqueroN have here? He has 4 factories. Actually pumping out a bunch of Hellbats because he has so many minerals. He does have 3/3 now for his bio as well. So basically AqueroN is trying to get the highest supply possible ASAP. Maybe suspecting that Bly will do some type of an all-in play. Lots of Lings are on the map, ready to get shredded by the Hellions. Let's see if there is a blue flame. There's no blue flame. We do have the crackling upgrade though. So the cracklings are super scary, and as I say that, we see a crackling run by, and these boys will shred any unit that they come by, and buildings as well, +3 with the crackling upgrade, giving them more attack speed as well. Look at that, just doing the damage to all of these buildings here, even burrowing some of them. And Bly just buying time here for himself. Lings running into the gold base as well. Has he found this base? No, he is not. More Lings running on in, and we see the Hellions plus Marines do a pretty good job of just killing a lot of Zerglings. We have a big chunk of Ultralisks here. 9 Ultralisks, with 2 more on their way. That's an Ultralisk flock. 4 Infestors being added on. And an Infestor in a Dream can do wonders in these types of situations, because if you get that fungal, like look at this army, if you get a fungal onto the juicy Ghost Marine core and your Ultralisks just A-move from 2 sides, they can't get away, and so they will all get chomped by the Ultralisks. Oh my god, AqueroN having this base that Bly doesn't know about, getting a lot of additional income, especially the gas being really valuable here for him. Bly just expanding all across the map. I would love to see him take this base and kind of mine it out, but it's kind of difficult because tanks exist and you don't really have Zerg mules. And now that your Broodlord core is dead as well, you can't really defend with your Broodlords from this side either. Liberator is now on deck as well. Do we have Liberator range? We do not have Liberator range just yet, but we do have 2 Liberators completely annihilating this base. And Bly can't mine from that anymore. Has to build a couple spores and put them there. Or send his Corruptors. Now Bly has a pretty formidable army on creep. But it's getting to a point where he doesn't want to go off of creep anymore. And we see AqueroN pulling a Spirit here, trying to kill Bly's soul by just turtling on up. 22 minutes in already. These 2 siege tanks haven't moved. And he's just going to slowly but surely encroach onto the space of Bly. We actually have +3 vehicle weapons as well. I don't know if that makes Hellbats one-shot Lings or if they need Blue Flame for that, but that is really, really strong. So AqueroN really using his minerals effectively here. I would love to see him just switch them back to Hellion mode and just run into the side bases up top. Even this gold base, just run in from behind. If you hit like 2 bases at once and then push through this corridor, I don't know how Bly can actually make sure that he doesn't take any damage. Small bio army here from AqueroN spreading, or cleaning up the creep that is on one of his potential 4th bases. More CCs being constructed, and we see PFs coming on up into the front. 2 PFs in a siege tank. Sensor towers as well. Bly moves on up. He's like, okay, you cleared the creep. Is there a CC there or no? Ultralisk run by. That's a lot of ghosts, though. Ready to snipe. Oh, but the Ultralisk does run out and is fast enough. Do we have Ultralisk speed? We do have the Ultralisk speed upgrade. So the Ultralisks are a little bit faster now. And that will help a lot when trying to get away from those ghosts. And especially their snipes. More Liberators coming out. No Liberator range. It might come at some point, but not yet. Banelings do clean up the last couple Marines here that were being annoying. But, I mean, I was not expecting to start casting a Bly series and seeing him go into the late game. I think it's fair to say that he was kind of forced into it by AqueroN being rather passive. But anything can happen at this point. The Ghost Core, how many ghosts do we have? 13 ghosts sniping the static defense. And how is Bly going to deal with all of these Liberators? The Thors, well, the answer is he is not going to be dealing with it. He's retreating all of his drones. Let's see if he puts down static defenses here, because it seemed like he wanted to have some static D to try and defend. Here at the top, he does get 4 spores against any Liberators. Some bio could easily take down 2 of these bases. But Bly's bank is pretty big right now, so doesn't care that much. His army is in position, though, to kind of contest this run-by of AqueroN. And the Ultralisks just headbutt this entire army and destroy it. Parasitic Bomb on the Medivacs, but the Medivacs didn't even attempt to flee. And AqueroN on the bottom just continues slow pushing. And Bly making more and more Spore Crawlers, which will get taken down. And Spore Crawlers are, of course, very nice against Ghost Liberator, because they're anti-air and they give detection. And now the Ultralisk force actually headbutting into the third base. They find a couple siege tanks that try to kill them. Nice Sim City here. Do see Blinding Cloud. One siege tank has to stop shooting because of that. The only Viper in this army just lost all of his energy. Oh my god, Big Snipe's going down. Nice Fungal actually onto the Ghosts, and now the Ultralisks are here to eat all of the Ghosts. How many Ghosts do we have left? 5 are remaining. 1 is over there. And look at all of these Fungals going down. You can't leave. The Ultralisks just eating their hearts out. It's a buffet, an all-you-can-eat buffet right now for these Ultralisks. Enabled by the Infestor Fungal growth. Now look at these. Wow, the Corruptors plus Ultralisk combo to take down a PF. This game is just still weird. It never stopped being weird. We had a little bit of a lull, but it's still weird. Corruptors doing a good job taking down all of the air units from AqueroN, and those are very expensive in gas. Replacing Medivacs and Liberators on top of your ground forces. Like, how many siege tanks? Only 1 siege tank remains. If Bly didn't already know that this base was taken, he surely knows now. And he might actually see how empty it was already. Look at the CC. Gold base almost mined out. This base has been mined out. AqueroN actually getting a leash on life here. I feel like all of this should just die with the reinforcements that Bly should be making. Making Lings and Banes here. And now contesting this space at the top. He's making a bunch of Banelings. He still has unlimited Ultralisks. 13 Ultralisks. And now some Banelings. Banelings are so good against Ghosts. And hopefully the Banelings won't crash into all of these Marauders. That's a lot of Ultralisks, though. Get a move, nerd. And Bly just running on in with all of his Ultralisks. The SimCity, once again, stopping some of these Ultralisks from advancing, but it's not enough. And now Ghosts being split. Those are not Marines. And, oh my god, just more Ultralisks, more better. And Bly takes down game number 1 versus AqueroN. And Bly takes game number 1 in this best of 3 versus AqueroN. Taking out a pretty long game win on Alcyone. And now we are here on Crimson Court, which is a bit of a weird map with this. Like, you have some gold rocks over here. Or yeah, golden minerals. I know. And they lead into, like, this pocket. It's kind of like a double golden wall map where on the left and on the right, you kind of have areas where you can't enter unless you, like, break rocks or you mine out the gold minerals. And it connects to your natural. So you can actually, like, ignore any potential third base. Just, like, wall in your natural, mine out these minerals, and just get to that third base. Which is pretty safe versus early attacks, because taking down those rocks is pretty hard. And AqueroN going for the double barracks on the low ground. Again, now his add-ons will actually be on the inside of his buildings, he'll like that. And then I wouldn't be surprised if he just mines out those golden minerals. But you can also still go for like a normal third. And I like that. I like it a lot. This map's kind of cool. Bly going for the hatch first once again. Into gas pool. What is this? Bly. 2 maps. Oh, supply depot at the front. You know, there's no hole here. I just want a supply depot out there. It's fine. Single gas, double reaper production has started up again. And sooner rather than later, I guess this SCV going to be building a nice juicy command center. Pool's about to finish up, double queen, and 4 lings are out. And Bly knows everything that's going on. By the way, don't get confused by the fact that they just swapped color on us. Bly is now blue, and AqueroN is red, and it was different in the last game. Usually they keep it, you know, they keep the status quo, but not this time. AqueroN was like, nope, the red color is the winning color today. I bet everything on red, so give me red. Oh, the Reaper actually stuck here. Oh, the Lynx barely do not get a juicy surround there. And now the Lynx not ready to stop these Reapers from getting into the base. Bly, though, is ready with his queen. Double queen again. Do we have... Yeah, we still have gas mining once again. So Bly, perhaps, looking at another roach push here. As a response to this double racks. And it didn't work last game. Like, I mean, it didn't even look strong last game. 3rd barracks and 4th barracks being added on from AqueroN. What is this? Bunker in the front, even. And we see a tech lab and a reactor. So this is in case he goes for super fast Ravagers, question mark, and then tries to, like, bile down the stim upgrade that isn't done yet. I guess you would hit before stim is done, and then canceling stim is big. But there's a layer upgrade coming up. 1 gas layer, as you do. So this reeks of a Overlord drop. Oh, the Lings almost get in. I mean, there's 4 Reapers here, though. I don't know if you even want to be inside of AqueroN's base. It's all about that base. And we see double bio upgrades here for AqueroN. So we see stim and combat shields. Now we also see supply depot here for AqueroN, making sure that if Bly was to do a little drop action, it wouldn't actually do anything. Lair almost completed. Gases are being completed as well. And here's a Spire, 2 base Muta. I mean, it could be something else, I guess, but I mean, I hope it's 2 base Muta. 2 base Muta is dope. By getting that 3rd base that is hard to harass without medevacs or any type of air control, or just a big army that can actually take down these rocks. I mean, if Reapers were to try and take down these rocks, it would actually be hilarious. And there's no way for the Reapers to actually get there, to actually check it out. And how many minerals are on the... There's only single patches, so 1, 2, 3 SCVs could mine this out, and then you could get your Reapers in there. Might actually be worth it. Might have actually been worth it. If at the start of Bly starting to mine these out, the Reapers would have been here. Deny the creep. 3rd base doesn't go up, and then... I don't know if it's really worth it, because you need to know what's going on, right? It's kind of like a blind counter. Oh. Spire's about to finish up. Baneling Nest is about to finish up, but AqueroN is not going to wait for this. And if Bly starts a bunch of mutas here, he is so dead. And he sees all of the Marines coming up. And that was the first time that he saw that pack of Marines. Roaches are being created. And Spire finishes up, but Bly can't do anything here. That's a lot of Marines. They got combat shields. They got stim. Banelings are not done, and I think Bly here just getting sucker punched in between the legs, and AqueroN is here with impunity, going to be taking down all of your droney boys. 12 drones already dead, and Queens, the Roaches, like, this is just so many Marines, and the army of Bly is just not together. Finally, some Banelings do hatch. But they are actually blocked by his own workers there. And Bly is just giga dead. This is giga dead. AqueroN with the sharpest of pushes. Just kills the guy. 4 barracks. 2 upgrades. Move across the map. Didn't even empty his bunker. Or I think he did, but... AqueroN takes the game. 1 more. And AqueroN takes game number 2 in swift fashion on Crimson Court. Takes down Bly with a brutal push. Really nice timing push, punishing Bly that was teching aggressively towards a Spire. And just investing all of his money into that, and just did not have the defenses ready to stop a big clump of stimmed Marines from killing all of his dudes. Let's see what AqueroN has prepared. Is he going for the double racks opener once again? He's shown it twice now, and I see an SCV coming on over. And I would not be surprised if we see it a 3rd time. He's liking the double barracks play. Oh, actually... Yeah, this is the same. He always scouts for a proxy hatch at one of his 3rd bases. Bly, though, just going for a hatch first. I'm guessing that these guys have met on the ladder plenty of times. And AqueroN showing this double barracks opener every game. Probably very strong against proxy hatches. Might even be a free win. Although I think proxy hatch against Terran is kind of bad anyways. But, I mean, Bly can make it work. But not everybody is that special. Look at that. Scouting his other 3rd base as well. AqueroN on the ball here. He's like, I don't want to lose to some dumb shit. Just 1 more game. 1 more dub. And I go up 1-0 in the Swiss stage. Let's see, double Reapers coming out once again. Bly is about to scout it. And let's see his response this time around. So first game he went for kind of an aggressive roach push, which AqueroN kind of tried to hard counter the second time around with like a forward-facing bunker. And on this map, I don't think it's super good because of this ramp. Kind of a choke. Hard to get your Ravager shots in for free. Reaper being annoying once again, but these Lings probably not going to die if Bly pulls them back. And now the Queenie spawns. Double Queen once again, and he pulled 1 out of gas, Bly did. So, what's the plan here? Is he just going to go for a 3rd base? So again, going for 4 Reapers here is AqueroN. And he went for the CC, the factory now. And these Reapers are being annoying. 2 Queens are about to spawn. Speed is pretty close to completion as well. And Bly does see the reactor, but he does not see the factory just yet. No Lings are ready. Actually, just 4 Lings on the map here for Bly. Oh no. Too few. How do you say that? Not enough Lings. Require more Zerglings. Because in the first game, he respected this build and he had 7 Lings ready. But this time around, he kind of didn't respect it as much. Bly still on 2 bases, is making a Baneling Nest. We see a lair play again. 4th gas coming down again. And I mean, this looks like it should be a Spire play again. Drone is going out to the 3rd base. He's not mining from these gases in the natural yet. So, like, it looks like a 2-base Spire once more. With a 3rd base that you can't defend, obviously. But pretty fast Baneling Nest this time around. He can get Baneling speed. He has gas for a Spire. Or Baneling speed. He starts Baneling speed before any tech. So I like that. Now we have 200 gas. I'm expecting a Spire. so are you. But he's making us look like fools. Bly. Hello? And there goes the spire. Okay, so went down a little late. No. No! No, he scans and he misses! So he does see the lair, he sees the double gas. That is already a little sus. We see 4 cyclones here. We see a bunker. Dude, AqueroN is shitting his pants right now about what is happening on the other side of the map. Starboard has been completed. More cyclones are coming out. Is this... This is not really an all-in, because he has the 3rd CC. Bly comes in with the Overseer, does a little bit of scouting. Has a changeling over here that might be able to follow the army around, but no. Gets sussed out. No longer among us. But the spire is about to complete, and AqueroN's not across the map. You see Stim just finishing up, so AqueroN can move out with Stim now. He has a medevac. But Bly making preemptive banelings here. He's like, no. I'm not going to make 11 mutas the moment you move out and die. Although he would have them halfway completed right now. So Bly could have made those mutas, but this is way safer what he's doing now. Getting +1 air attack as well. And Bly, really one of those old school players that just wants to make it work. Make mass mutas. And this might come to a joke to you if you weren't around. Back in the day, sorry, throat bug or whatever. We used to really just go 2-2 melee carapace, and we weren't able to get to 3-3 because it was too expensive or whatever. So we would just mass mutalisk. And then when Terran hit 3-3, we would lose the game as Zerg. Or we would have overwhelmed them. Bly commits a lot of Ling Bane here, and does get a pretty decent trade. And he's not making any mutas. He has money for the mutas, but he's not making them. He's like, no, I am going to not make mutas until I'm safe, and then I'm going to make them. And then they're going to be +1. So Bly defending his 4th base here. Wow. So if he had made the mutas, he could have held, maybe? So, but the big thing that he would have to do is like fly behind the army, basically, pick off any reinforcements, and then try to hit units that are lagging behind. Because usually with like terrain and stuff, if your army moves over here, your medevacs will be exposed. So then you can pick up the medevacs, and that is how we used to play back in the day. We would make the mutas ASAP and just try to get that value. Oh, Banelings getting a couple good connections, actually. Yeah, that was not bad. It wasn't amazing. You would rather have had all those juicy SCVs. 8 mutalisk on the map, on the prowl. And +2 air attack already underway. A macro hatchery in the main, like it's Brood War. And, I mean, I guess you wouldn't make it in the main if it's Brood War, but still. 1-1 underway after Mutalisk and after Baneling speed. Yes. This is a style that is not favored by most Zergs nowadays, but it is definitely fun, and you should try it out on the ladder. Go for a 2-base muta build, or better yet, go for the 3-base muta build. That sort of on YouTube has a guide that you can watch right now, and he will tell you how to do it. You open double queen, just like Bly, you get a 3rd base, you get a lair, you get your drones, and you get your Baneling speed, and then boom, Spire goes down, you got your gases, and then you're gonna make some mutas, and after you've made your first round of mutas, you're gonna then make your Evo chambers and your upgrades. And then you have like, what, 10, 12 mutas to fly around and have fun, do cool shit, and then macro back at home, have your Ling Bane defensively, get Burrow Banelings across the map, which is very strong, although Burrow's kind of expensive and Banelings are kind of expensive when you're doing this style, because you're, of course, sacrificing your economy a little bit to get these early Mutalisk. And then putting like 2 Banelings over here that will not be in the final fight if it comes, is kind of costly. Or if they just get scanned and killed. But it's very fun. It's definitely something to try if you're a bit more new school and you've never played like that. 3 mines are ready to hit the Mutalisk here. Oh, Mutalisk go in for a couple pickoffs. We have 3 mines over there. That gas not even being utilized. Oh, nice click on the Widow Mine. Look at these Mutalisks getting the value. And the moment you see this army's too small, the Zerglings run in, help you trade. Zergling Muta trades for days. And then once they commit onto creep, you have infinite Banelings. Or, well, 16 plus Banelings is basically infinite. Look at that. Burrow Baneling landmines. Now AqueroN does get a 4th base, but he's super passive. Look at how defensive he is being. 3 mines over there, 3 mines over there, a mine in the main base, like 2 turrets as well. Oh, the big laser does reveal. But Bly can just pick off the mine. Can find another one, and mines are not free. Very nice. He has +2 air, by the way, so these supply depots are going to melt. Holy moly, how many Mutalisks are on deck? 25 Mutalisks, that is... No! Oh! Not even that bad, what the hell? He doesn't have air armor. But +2 is almost done. If I see Marines stimmed underneath Mutalisks, I expect all Mutalisks to die, but that was not that bad. And the Banes get into the mineral line together with the Mutalisk. Oh, the Widow Mines get blown up by themselves, and the Banelings. Well, Wines don't do splash damage to other mines, of course, but you know what I mean. 3rd place gets clicked down by the Mutas, whilst the rest of the army, the Ling Bane, just floods on in, crashes onto the shore like a wave on the beach. And the Mutalisk pick off the 3rd base in the meanwhile. They're kind of like the jellyfish that stings your mom when she goes for a swim, finally. And that's the only swim she'll take for the rest of the summer. Do have a Thor in this army as well, so that's also an old school answer to this Mutaflock. And Thors are very annoying for Mutalisks, because Mutalisks like to stack up like this. You know, the Blizzard RTS air units that can stack, and all of their DPS is suddenly concentrated onto that 1 pixel. Which is very fun, but also very unfair if it's a unit that is inherently unfair, if that makes sense. Like, with the Mutas, it's not that bad, for some reason, because they're low range and pretty squishy. But with Void Rays, for example, with shield batteries behind them, and you're Terran, and you're on 1 base, and this guy's like 6 shield batteries and a Stargate next to your natural, you know, it might not be that fine. It might. I don't know what just happened, but the 4th base has also been explodinated, and Bly is just running away with this game right now. Runs in a bunch of Banelings, has 2 more bullets in the chamber, and he's making more Banelings, and this is the bane of a Terran's existence. It's so hard to commit onto creep, because these Banelings will just run on into your Marine force, and you will die. But Bly initiating the base trade, kills everything in the main base of AqueroN, and he was nowhere near Bly's critical infrastructure, and Bly just takes down AqueroN 2-1 on side Delta. G to the G. Guys, thank you all for watching. Thank you for hanging out. I don't know how fast we're going to roll these out, because I have a bit of a throat bug. I don't know, like some infection in my lungs or some shit. Like, I don't know. My life has been a roller coaster for the last 2 years. It's honestly not fun. But yeah, such is life sometimes. So yeah, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. Be sure to recommend me games that you want to see casted down below in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.